Alrighty, and we're live again with Reroll, our 5 to 10 minute review of a game we've just played, which right now it's Rising Sun. Kickstarter game, we're just looking over what the Kickstarter stuff looks like. You got an extra faction, a whole bunch of monsters. It wasn't in the box set. So if you guys look at the first play that we did and you go, hey, why do I see these other monsters? We just played with the base game thing, Majigger. So, who wants to go first? Mike. What do you think?
I do.
Yeah, okay. Josh, you can make Mike go loud.
Mike's been volunteered.
It's another beautiful miniature games by CMoN. I really enjoyed it. There's lots of interaction between all of us.
Maybe not positive interaction, but it was there.
It was still some fun gameplay. Definitely didn't know what was going to happen until we got to the end of the season. Still kind of up in the air for
yeah. So if you guys watch the first play of this, there's literally, you think you're set up for what you're gonna want to do.
Yeah.
And by the time you get to it, because everybody's got different powers. Mike, for example, can jump anywhere he wants.
Yeah.
I can summon a stronghold that mine has a value of attack, so all of a sudden I upset the balance in that region.
And they move.
And it's movable, yeah.
Mine was movable, yeah, too. What was your thing?
Mine wasn't really
Wasn't
much in
using it.
play. I was able to, at the start of the war phase, convert my Ronin tokens into coin, and then I can spend my coin as Ronin tokens.
The question there is, did you have to bid and
I
gain?
had to bid to get the ability to use the Ronin.
I'm going to take a vote that yours was the worst power then, out of all of them, it feels like to me. Because what was yours?
Mine was all my spinning cost 1 coin.
That's
and
pretty
then
cool.
The one ability made it cost 1 less if I was the one playing it, so that made it 0. I get stuff for free.
And you
This
were...
really, I think would be pretty good.
Mine was I could play
If I
maneuver
played
tokens
you
upside
like
down.
Mike, it would have been more useful.
If you had been
changing
going after the
anything
one
that I
shot a little
wanted.
bit more,
Yeah.
if you've been trying to get the
You
provinces
need
they
to
have.
have a quantity of the tokens piled up.
Exactly.
His was interesting because... But how do you pile them up? Because every turn they go away.
Well, you'd have to pile it up for that
That
war.
turn,
You'd
yeah.
use the shrine to get 2 every turn, and then try to get the territories that gave you more Ronin.
Yeah,
And
that makes
then-
sense. So his is interesting in a denial sense too, because he basically gets to play any...
Yeah, he was set for whatever action he wanted to take, he was going to take it.
So...
And he can take things out that the people are wanting.
Right.
If you're wanting to recruit and he doesn't need the recruit ability, he can just take those away every time they come to him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got some limitations because he
Yeah.
gets to draw 4 tiles, but he
Yeah.
can go, no, I don't want anybody to harvest.
Yep.
I'm
Which
harvesting and...
which
I did multiple times.
So, anyway, so what else did you think of it?
Harvest.
I think it's pretty good. I think if I was to play it again, there'd definitely be a little more thought in what I was doing because I was still trying to figure out the game as we go. But that's how the first play is. So.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you answered one of the questions. What do you think?
I agree with the whole, not quite sure what I was doing at the start for the first game, but all in all, it was pretty fun. It was semi-risk-esque, was my initial impression.
So there's no dice rolling.
Yeah, minus the
So
dice,
for
but,
people
like,
that are worried about the risk thing, and there wasn't the grind that I see with risk, which is like everybody, there's one guy in Australia and you can't get him out. So that part, but it is a war game. So
And we kind of had that during the first season. Chris was kind of.
yeah, but there's like when you have that die roll,
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like when you're literally sitting there, it's way more political than risk. And for all us old farts that have played games like Diplomacy, Mike can probably tell you a story about Diplomacy. There is an issue with these kind of games, which is like invariably somebody will start forming his little coalition and use it against everybody else. This guy kind of situation, right? And then you get, okay, great, this game is worthless for me because I mean I have 3 against 1 kind of situation. But
Yeah, if you have a group of friends playing diplomacy, they will cease to become a group of friends.
that's usually what happens. Or worse, if you're in a convention situation and you run into 2 friends or 3 friends,
Yeah,
they're
sign
gonna
up for the tournament and throw it to one player.
yeah,
which
they're
is what
gonna
happened
kick
to
you
me.
out of it
I
and
lost
be
the
like,
Gen Con diplomacy tournament. I came in second because 2 people at the final table threw it to one person.
yeah. So
Wow.
there's
Blatantly, right in front of everybody.
yeah.
Said,
But what do you do? That's the
march
game,
up,
right?
March
I
up
mean,
the back of me and have fun.
Yeah.
So it was 3 against 1.
and
I
then,
don't like that. That's
so there's a but what I'm trying to
I
get
was a novice at kind of tournaments, so
you know.
and that type of
Once
exposure.
we get off air, I'll relay the story.
Okay, so we have a story we can't tell.
So
Well, it's not that it has
this-
bad language in it. It's just
Yeah,
not
I
this,
get you.
this this alliance thing, it was funny because when he betrayed me, it didn't really betray us.
No, it was a good play for both of you. I
Well,
think.
first off, it was the very last political maneuver of the entire game.
So no hard feelings, because
Well, up to that point, we were sharing political simultaneous benefits. And when you betray, you only get to operate as a single individual.
all right.
So it really didn't matter. And then
No,
on
'cause
top of
you-
that, then I started killing his figures, and
Yeah, it was actually it
I
benefited
ended
you.
up beating him.
It benefited you and him at
Coming
the same
from
time,
behind.
but he came up on top.
Yeah. So it was
It was
it's,
more of trying to hinder you, which
I'm-
still didn't happen. You laughed that thing.
We'll get to that one in a
I
bit.
find there to be system imbalance in the game, which
Yeah.
was mentioned before the game, and it highlighted itself during the game.
100%. Yep, I'm gonna agree with you when I get to my point. But did you have anything else?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I liked it. I'd probably play it again, but I probably wouldn't own it.
Yeah. Okay. It's not your type of game. Got it. Okay. If you guys watch the first play, I talk about like what the comment that most people have done about this game is they love it, but the turtle guy, which we intentionally drew at random because literally there was this. Everybody told me it's like the turtle guy is a problem. And sure enough, I got the turtle guy, and I ended up with 104 points. And my second closest point was you at what?
60.
Right? That's it. And some people didn't even get the lap the board at 50 points, right? So there's definitely like a landslide.
40s and 30s for the rest of us.
And what I've been told is the solution to that is that basically the other players gang up on the turtle guy and keep him in balance. Which then nobody's going to play with the turtle guy because I'm like, nah, I don't want that guy. I don't want to be the target, right? Kind of situation. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Fox clan does because it was one of the Kickstarter. I don't know if there's more clans or something like that, but it feels like that's one that you just go, I'm not even gonna touch this guy.
The Red was in the same situation. He had the lowest honor, so
Yeah.
he went like last, front and right, and then his ability was kind of lame, but that could have been due to my play style.
Yeah.
And
Well, for
It
the most
seems
part,
like
you
it's
took
advantage.
good territories. You were smart. You were like, nobody's taking this one. It's
Just
cool.
gonna
Just
hold
leave out.
these.
It's gonna be nobody's threat, right? So, I mean, it didn't pay off in points, but it did get you tiles, which we weren't paying. I wasn't. Mike did. But I was like, hey, what is that? Oh, yeah, I was supposed to color it, then color sets. So, yeah, my verdict would be, I don't know if I'd play it again. I like it, but I don't know if the other disappointing thing to me too was I love the miniatures. But the monsters really didn't feel like they did.
yeah, and Monster having the same power as just a basic unit was kind of disappointing. I
Yeah.
mean, granted, there was a dragon that had like 5, but like all the Onis, which are big angry ogre looking things.
And you couldn't get to the. Yeah, they were all pretty meh. I mean, they had some cool special powers, which I think if you know them better, you can definitely kick butt with them. But
The first one that I took had a great ability, but not for me because I was at the top of honor track. And it was an active ability that if I had the lowest honor in the province.
right, so basically, what you should have done if you
Well,
got her.
But I can't let any of you have it because
Yeah.
you were going to use it against me.
Yeah, that's
So I had to take it.
So no, and I probably wouldn't add it to my library. But I'm not a big war gamer, so I don't know what other war game I would add to. What Fortress America, Axis and Allies. I don't. Mike probably knows more war games than me, but like.
Cthulhu Wars.
Yeah, but I'm also not mondo fond with that one. I like it. I don't think wargaming is my thing, like, in general.
As the dude who won and smashed everybody.
But I didn't feel good about it. I really didn't because I was like,
Yeah, I made the decision when the game came out. It wasn't my style of game, so I love the figures. I'd love to have the set of
yeah, if
figures without the game.
If you're looking for miniatures, it's definitely like
But
Oriental style
I
miniatures.
don't need more unpainted miniatures.
Are they 28 millimeter? Do you think?
Pretty
Looking
much.
at the basic guys, yeah.
Yeah,
Except for the monsters are. Well, no, the monsters are gonna be. Except for the dragon, he's small.
Well, yeah, he's a little dragon. He's coiled up though,
Yeah.
so it's depends on how you would.
Yeah, I'm with Mike. I
Or
don't
you-
buy that when he uses miniatures.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the rest of the game.
The miniatures are great. If I
So you can
wanted,
take the miniatures
I've
first.
I've
and
already
out.
got a lot of Clan War miniatures to fit most of those.
Oh, that's right. I remember from the era of Clan War.
If I wanted to supplement an Oriental army, that'd be a great way to do it.
Yep. So it sounds like the consensus I'm getting, because I heard you wouldn't buy it and you wouldn't buy it too, except for maybe the miniature. So if you can find out somebody's getting rid of it and you just want the miniature.
Somebody says I'm playing Rising Sun, and I have some fun. Buy.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to go in and have that.
Yeah.
Diplomacy aspect of it.
That was
is a killer for me.
Yeah, and I agree with you too, because it's just it is what it is.
Teammates the whole time.
we were, but that was because of I don't think you got the chance to say.
I would play it again. I would not add it to my library. If I did buy it, it's because I'm taking the miniatures and I would jump the rest of it.
CMoN might have something going on here. I mean, potentially, right?
The one benefit that I saw to the game is that if you play with an odd amount of people, there's always going to be one person who doesn't have an alliance.
Yeah.
And it is beneficial as heck to betray. If you
Who are you? Why do you care? I mean, unless you're doing something with your honor.
You don't suffer any drawbacks because you're not in an alliance, so you don't lose honor. But you get to substitute two of another player's most powerful creatures and put yours. Boom.
Assuming you have him in reserve, because that's part of the
with his ability. You can betray every time you wanted to.
Yeah.
Betray.
Theoretically, you get every time it gets a card, that's a betrayal. Okay, what do I want?
Turns a harvest into a betray.
Yeah.
I did that a couple times too.
So I think I gained a ton of points off harvest too, by the way. Because of the territories I had.
Playing as an independent, because theoretically, if you two allied, and I said I'm not, if two of the other three people say they're not allying with anybody, that makes 3 independents on the table.
That's more wild cards, definitely.
Well, then you have you're not giving benefits to another person when you do something. So there's the plus minus.
Yeah, because there is a mechanic in the game where basically when you ally, those allies get a benefit when they do what everybody else does.
I did notice, because we were allied and sitting next to each other, that I know what he's going to be able to do 3 out of the 4 things he's going to have.
Yeah.
And so I can set up, oh, well, it'll be really obvious if I do this first, he's going to do this second.
And we didn't have that advantage, but we coordinated. We're like, what are you doing?
You can make it doesn't always work that way, but I mean it's a very obvious 1-2 setup with an ally. 1-2 punch. Yeah. Ha-ha.
And you didn't do too bad, but you spent
We're gonna
3
train
seasons without an ally.
When I drew both trains and 2
games.
betrays,
Yeah, 3 seasons.
I went, well, this is going to be 2 trains in a row.
He was the second for most of the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He didn't do horrible. So being independent sometimes isn't necessarily a bad
I
thing.
thought about it.
That's right. He was going
No, my
Especially
phone
if you
was
were
really
you
good.
being able to just
And then I was
use a weakness.
Here, I'm gonna go over.
Yeah, you definitely in your position that tile hunting is a good one. But all right. Well, that's it, guys. That's what we thought about it. Other than that, please like, share, subscribe, do all that kind of fun stuff you do on YouTube. Bye.
Bye.